everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. I got a new lip product to share with you, and it's one that if you saw our holiday unboxing or you purchased one of our holiday boxes, those were so great. Then you saw this product feature. That is where it debuted, I believe. And now we have 9 shades of its swatch, and this is none other than the Vapour Organic Beauty Velvet Lip Glosses. And this product gets me exciting. I mean, gets me excited. It is exciting, but gets me excited. And that is because this is a very special product. And I try so much product, so for me to say that, that is really saying something. So, first and foremost, packaging. It comes in a little jar, like you see a lot of stuff. La Bella Figura's stuff was packaged like this. RMS Beauty stuff is packaged like this. It has a metal lid. It says Vapour on the front. Turn it around. We got the shade name on the back as well as like the clear part of the glass jar. So you can see the color that's inside. I usually store my stuff like this facing that way so I can see the name and the color. And then once you screw it off, we get a ton of products. So inside we are getting 4.5 grams, oh, I'm sorry, 4.8 grams worth of product. And that is going to run you $25. So certainly not the cheapest item, but I think that's about the sweet spot as far as lipstick goes, especially in the more luxurious brands. Now what's so great about this is that it's not your regular lip gloss. As the name suggests, it is a velvet lip gloss. So basically what that means is that the texture of it is solidified. So when you first open it up, you will see it's a more hard texture. You will see that sort of gloss to it. But as you rub it and the warmth of your finger warms it up, it turns to that more velvety, sort of soft texture that glides right onto the lips. And what's great about these is that they have a thickness to them, almost like Aggressa Lip Boost. Thinner than that, but in those lines. Yet it has the high shine of a gloss. So in turn, we are getting that longevity out of it without any of the stickiness. You will see as I try on all of the shades, I press my lips together. It's so comfortable. It feels like a lip balm, yet I feel like there's a little something there, has a tiny bit of weight to it. And then as you can see, the color on these is great on most of the shades as well. The only thing I do want to note is when I'm applying them, most of the colors I have are samples. So the sample texture is a little bit more whipped. You can go in a little bit more heavy-handed. If it was in the jar, you would need to work to build up that color a little bit more. But I like showing you guys the true color of it, and that shine is absolutely the same. So inside these, we have myrrh, we have lemon balm, and Iceland moss. This helps to nourish, treat, hydrate the lips, which I think glosses are great for. I have a hard time with matte lipsticks a lot of the time, so a gloss I like to throw right over. And these are of course in that unique jar container, so they're really easy to apply and throw in the purse for application on the go. And the smell of them, oh my god, the smell of them. I believe it's fig and apricot that gives them that smell, and it's supposed to also have a little bit of that taste. I'm not really tasting, it doesn't taste like much at all, but the smell of them, it's like fruity, delicious, like an adult lip smacker, and made with natural ingredients, so none of it is chemicals, of course. And then it is also infused with with the high antioxidant of green tea. So any sort of lip product that looks beautiful and is giving me a little something something, I am here for that. But anyway, let's just get right into the swatches, shall we? So like I did say, they are solidified, so when you dip your finger in with the room temperature, they will turn into that more melty texture that glides right onto the lips. And like I said, 9 gorgeous shades. I'm crazy about this product. So first and foremost, we have the shade Crystal, which is the clear shade. I love that name though, I think it's so pretty. And Crystal though does have this sort of opalescence to it, and in the swatch on my hand I don't notice it as much, but when I went in with a good healthy dose on the mouth I did, and I don't mind that slight blue tone because it helps make the teeth look nice and white. So it's just a good clear gloss. I mean, apply that on top of anything or use it like a lip balm that has a lot of shine to it. I think a little bit of shine on the mouth is just so attractive. That's why I've always loved glosses. Also further hydrating properties. I have the driest lips in the world. I really, really do. Moving along to a shade called Hush. Hush is just a beautiful purpley toned mauve. I think a lot of you guys will really enjoy this shade. This reminds me, I don't remember the lipstick off the top of my head, Cher or Purr, something like that. They have a lipstick that is in a shade very, very similar. If I remember it, I'll put it down below. I can imagine that being a beautiful combination. Again, quite a cool tone, almost leaning towards taupe, which I don't think that shade suits me the best, but I know it's a very popular shade, and I think as a topper, applied a little bit more thinly, it would be gorgeous. Moving along to the shade Harmony. Harmony has to be one of my favorites because it's just a beautiful, more sheer sort of coral shade. I think this will look great in the spring and summer months alone with a lick of mascara, brows, and a bunch of bronzer. You are good to go. But if coral is your color year round, that is a beautiful one either on its own or applied on top, which is the beauty of these. You can do whichever one you choose. Then we have the shade Bliss. Bliss is much more pink than Harmony, so I think a lot of you guys will get down with this. This is just a good neutral mid-tone shade, good sort of peachy nudie shade, but has a decent amount of color to it as well. So again, like the others, can be worn by itself or on top of anything for the perfect amount of cushiony color. Then I have the shade Nomad, and Nomad is just a beautiful, warm, brighter pink. Absolutely stunning shade. Another one that on its own I can imagine just being so fabulous for the spring and summer months, which are creeping up on us like crazy now. I know some places doesn't feel like it, but we're getting there, we're getting there. But this color is just beautiful and really uplifts the face. It's a good punch of color without being too over the top. Then the one that is the most natural, the one that I would use most like a lip balm, is the shade Deva. And this is the shade that did premiere in the holiday box in that little duo with the cheek tint as well. And this one is just a really sheer mauve. So it will give you a little something something on the lips, but it is very similar to my natural lip tone, which you guys will see. However, I think it's gorgeous. This is definitely one I would put on top of just about anything. Like, I think anything but a red this would look nice on top of. Or if you want more of that lip balm function that I spoke about, this would be a perfect one for that. If you want sort of an evenness to the lips that crystal will not give you. Then we have the shade Fever, and Fever is a really, really interesting sort of purple shade. Again, much more cool tone, has a little smidgen of pink to it, but leans a little bit more lilac than the shade Hush that I shared with you guys earlier. I can see this looking good, like so amazing on a woman of color in particular, but that is another good mid-tone shade that would sort of suit everybody, that would sort of look good with a bunch of different things. Then we have the shade Fearless, and this is a very, very unique shade. I don't think it looks that great on me, but I welcome any sort of interesting color into the green beauty space because I know it's difficult without any of the synthetic dyes and colorants and things like that. I did also want to say certain shades are formulated without carmine. I will list the ones that are formulated without down below and which ones are formulated with, of course, so you can keep that in mind. But the shade Fearless, yeah, I think it's a great shade because it's a really punchy, unique shade. It is a super cool toned brownish purple. And I think in the fall time I could get maybe more down with this, but purple isn't a shade I gravitate towards on an everyday basis realistically. But if you want like a cool, funky shade, Fearless is really, really cool and has great pigment on that one as well. Maybe even on top of like Nudist Australia Zozo to sort of tone it down would be cool. I'll experiment and I will report back. And finally, we're going to end with the shade Reckless. And Reckless is this beautiful, sheer strawberry shade that I have on my mouth right now. It is quite a neutral toned red. If anything, I would say it pulls a little bit more warm, which is something that I prefer personally, but I love shades like this. I think they look so healthy on the mouth. When I don't know what to wear, I sort of like stuff like this, especially if I have more of a simple eye look going on, sort of like I do today, but it's a beautiful shade. And as you can see, I'm rocking it with pride, matching the earrings, of course. But that is it, you guys. Those are the Vapour Organic Beauty Velvet Lip Glosses, 25 bucks, and they could be yours. 9 gorgeous shades. Swatched them all on my mouth. I think that gives you a good relation to skin tone, how they look on me, but I do always provide a photo of all of them swatched on my arm down below, so please do make sure you check that out if you're curious about any of these shades. I'll have ingredients list as well as whichever ones are formulated with carmine and without down below as well. And while you're down there, please don't forget to check out all of our social media. We're everywhere. Instagram's a really good time. Might be a good place to start. Keep up with us. And in the meantime, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload new videos here twice a week, and I don't want you guys to miss me. I don't want to miss you. But shopping, get it done down below. Comments, I want to hear from you. Have you tried these? Did you like that gloss in the holiday box, and would you be tempted to pick up another shade? Because the other shades are kind of gorgeous and a little bit more punchy than the shade Deva that was featured in the box. But thank you guys so much for everything. Thanks so much for all the love and support. Hope you enjoyed this one, and until next time, I will catch ya in my next video. Bye.